Hey everybody, this is Cody.
And Sean?
This is the place to hear about the paranormal, the supernatural,
And everything in between.
Well, it is time again, everybody. It is the new reality. How is everybody's night going?
Mine is absolutely wonderful. It's nice and chilly this evening, isn't it?
It's
my
pretty brisk.
fine feathered friend?
I'm shivering.
Oh, I'm not gonna hold you.
Can you cuddle? Do you want to cuddle?
No.
Whatever.
I'd rather not.
Jackass. No. Anyway, hey guys, it's the new reality here. Go ahead and head to our website, thenewreality.com. You can check out our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and see some cool videos with dolls' heads turning.
Isn't that strange? Like dolls' heads turning.
That's kind of weird.
That's weird, right?
It is weird. I think it's fake, really.
You let us know. Take a look at that video. It's absolutely ridiculous, actually.
No, but man, we haven't done one of these in quite a while because we've been kind of busy.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
we've had live guests and we've been talking with them. And October, it was fucking weird as shit.
Really weird. Like, I'm gonna say it again, and I've said it in past podcasts. I started October saying, "Oh, it's just we blow it all up. It's October. It's not real." And I'm like, "Holy shit! A lot of crazy things have happened."
The veil definitely thinned. Is that a word? Thinned? I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
The
I'm
veil
going
definitely
with it.
thinned in October, and the energy's rolling over into November, right?
Right, absolutely. Hey, our last investigation, that was at the end of October, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. It was at the beginning of November.
Correct. Yeah, it was.
Doesn't matter. The energy's still here, man.
No, it's
It's intense.
man, the full moon is just bashing our fucking heads in.
Are you out of your mind?
I'm a
or-
little bit out of my mind. Every time I'm in a bad mood, I'm just gonna blame it on the moon.
Yeah.
Can we do that? Is that a thing?
You can, as long as there's not somebody running around.
That's like people
mooning
saying, "Oh, I'm sorry for my attitude. I'm a Virgo." Like,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up, dude.
I don't want to hear that. Control yourself, God bless America. Control yourself.
Oh man. So let's talk about our last. We didn't really advertise this because it was kind of close to home, but let's talk about our last investigation.
Wow, it's a private one, right?
What do you think? What did you take away? Well, let's back up. I'm gonna go ahead and let everybody know what we did. It was at my parents' house. There was some stuff going on that definitely kind of caught my attention, which is why we intervened.
You want to share some of that?
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff happened in the house when I was growing up. That's where I saw my first paranormal experience. I won't go into that because I already went to it 1,000 times before. I moved out of that.
Something to do with a blower.
A leaf blower. So, I moved out of the house, blah, 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 whatever. It was cool. My dad always said he sees stuff there. He hears things in the middle of the night. And I always I didn't brush it off, but I was like, yeah, well, shit's there,
Yeah.
So they recently started remodeling the kitchen floor. And it's kind of taken them a while. They're putting new tile in or whatever. And my dad calls me. He's like, hey, Code. He calls me Code. He's all, I see this, there's this black spot, kind of like mold looking thing. And immediately my hair's on end starts standing up. I'm like, fuck,
Yeah.
hold on, red flag. So he's all, yeah, there's this mold thing that kind of came up in the tile. And he's like, I tried everything to get it off. And my dad's a handyman. Like, he fucks with things. He knows how to do a lot of shit. So he put every chemical known to man on it, and it didn't come off. So he goes in the garage to look for something else.
He didn't catch it on fire, did he?
No, but he goes to the garage to look for something else. He goes back in, and it's completely gone.
What? I mean, you told me that, and I'm still going, what the heck? But go ahead, please, Cody.
Yeah,
Yes,
and so followed by that, the next day, my mom's in the kitchen, I want to say, and she's just doing her own thing. My dad's in her room, and the Ramba little vacuum thing turns on by itself and just starts going. And it's not the one where you press your phone and you have to physically go over there, press the button to get it to start cleaning. And she starts going off. She freaks the hell out. She runs in to my dad. They both come back out, and it's back docked like nothing ever happened.
That is so strange.
So, I did notice a change in my dad's behavior. He's an asshole anyway. That's where I get it. So I'm an asshole. But it was more so. It was very very dark, very draining, and just wasn't a good feeling. I definitely called Sean. I'm like, look, dude, we got to intervene. We got to do something because the mold thing, for one, I don't like that. So we need to go over there and check it out.
Yeah, I know that. I remember you called me that night that you saw that or heard everything, and you definitely concerned. There was no way we were going to be able to do anything that night. But man, we went there and I saw it on your dad. Like I went in, and again I work strong in the light, so I could and sensed both the torment that was going on with your dad,
Right.
and the fear that was going on with your mom. So I with the intention when I hugged them was to help clear whatever's on them. Your dad acted like he's like really get your hands off of me because he didn't subconsciously he didn't like what he was feeling.
Sure.
And it was enough to where I felt like I needed to do it twice, and it was all just engulfing him with this white light and hopefully clearing what was messing with him, because definitely something was messing with him.
But before we go into our investigation, I have to just tell this quick bit. So it was the night before we were going to do the investigation. I go to my parents' house out of the blue after work. I don't normally do that. I normally call them and say, hey, I'm coming over. I just decided to go there. Okay, so I pull up, and I walk up to the door, and I go to open the door, and somebody from the other side grabs the door handle to where I couldn't turn it. And I'm like, what the fuck? I look in the window, nothing there. I call my mom and dad. I'm like, hey, are you guys here? They're like, no, we're out of town. I'm all shit. So instant cop mind. I'm like, somebody's in the fucking house.
Yeah.
So I go in the house, and clear it. That I can get in through the back door, whatever, it doesn't matter. I get in through the back door and I clear the whole house. Nobody's inside.
Dude, we're talking about this and I'm just gritting
your teeth, right?
Ugh.
So I get to my parents' room and I instantly felt stuck, like something was trying to just get into my energy and dig into me. And to the point where I called Archangel Michael. Everybody knows that's what Sean and I use for our protection. But I called him and I'm like, look, motherfucker, you need to stay right fucking here. You ain't following me home. I'll deal with you later is what I actually said out loud. I'll deal with you later. And I told Sean that, and the next day we went over there the next day.
Whatever was going on there, it really affected both of us. But when I got there, when I got there, I felt just dreadfulness. I felt like he said, walking through the threshold, it was mud. Like walking through this thick, just heavy energy. Your dad, it was all over your dad, and your mom was more fearful, but
yes.
your dad, it was
tugging.
stuck to him.
It was tugging on his emotions for sure.
It was, and I grabbed him, and I was like, freaking gave him some love, man, and I knew that's what he needed.
Right.
But gotta say, man, we didn't. I haven't got I did find, I think, one of the chips. I went over the one, and we didn't catch anything. It wasn't even really about catching things.
I don't think it was either. It was about the clearing.
Yeah.
This thing we spiritually was fucking with us pretty hard.
Right.
It definitely wanted us to be separate. I felt that very strongly.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't do that, obviously.
Yeah.
But we definitely fucked with it back. We did clear it. And we'll go into specifics. Right. But there was a couple things here and there that we caught that we kind of didn't know what that was about.
But again, it was more of our sixth sense.
Right.
Because I just felt like whatever it was working on the soul level. It wasn't trying to fuck with our physical emotions.
No, and it wasn't even really, it was spiritual, but it wasn't on the spiritual plane.
Right,
it was definitely, like you said, it was definitely on the soul level.
Yeah, and I want to say that it just really, it was looking for your, I don't want to say, I don't even know if a good name would be demonic. I would just say it was something really negative that was bringing in anything that was negative, just building strength from it.
I 100% agree, and I don't know if we talked about this, but I 100% think it was interdimensional.
No.
I do believe it was not human. I do believe it was not anything positive. I wouldn't say demonic either, but it definitely was a malicious entity.
Right. Because, and I want to go into, it wasn't even about the investigation, because again, there was a lightness, and to this day, mom and dad are doing well. The house feels different, but we that full, like, I want to say the night of, when I went to go to bed, we were exhausted.
Yeah.
I mean, we were up all night pretty much. I couldn't sleep. It was like something
Same.
kept like poking at me. Don't go to sleep. And I kept feeling like this ugly negative feeling. And I feel like it, and this was on a Saturday night. So Sunday, you know, and it's normal for us to feel drained during after an investigation. But
This was different.
yeah, it was like all of a sudden these ugly thoughts that I used to have in my head when I was younger and, you know, dealing with my life struggles, were back. And I'm like, there's no reason for this. So again, with having an awareness that, hey, this stuff isn't, you know, something's not right.
And yeah, just to piggyback off you, Sean, that we definitely, the beautiful thing is we were aware, you know, and
Right.
I can't stress that enough. Doing this type of stuff, awareness is 100% key. If
Right.
you don't know what the fuck's going on, it'll be your demise.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, or even if you're not sure, again, like we've talked about it in the past, even in some of our live stuff, you know, being aware of what's going on and just paying attention. You know, I felt this thing was, it was like in the background, right? But it was really tugging on your weaknesses. Just really like what you were weak at. It was blown up. And again, because we've had ugly things happen in the past, and we're aware that whatever's messing with was not positive.
Right.
I kept like the depression thing, the rage,
And
not tolerating.
I do
things.
want to stress that, like, at no point did I feel like it was attaching to me.
Right.
But I do feel like the residual negative energy from that night was definitely sticking around.
Right. Wasn't it like it didn't have control, but it was trying?
Correct.
But again, I think I sent out to you that week, like Wednesday. I just put persistency is the key.
And remember how busy we were? We barely talked that whole week because we were so slammed.
Yeah.
And I think that's for a reason.
Yeah. I think that was intentional, right? I think whatever that energy was is trying to keep us, because when we come together, there's a lot of healing and there's a lot of
Strong.
and talking through what we're feeling. And I think, again, it was a lesson. We had to have the experience, but persistency, like, you know, and I'm putting that out there with everybody else that does paranormal investigating. You may clear something and think, oh, that's all handy dandy, but sometimes it takes a little more work at it. You got to like be persistent, and you have to say, you don't have control, I do.
And yeah, you have to be strong in your being.
Right.
You know, we can clear something till we're blue in the face, but the reality of it is the part that really matters is you, or the person who's having these problems, has to be strong. You
Right.
have to really affirm your ground and hold your ground. You know, and it's easier said than done, especially if you're by yourself or something like that, and this shit scares you, because it is scary. Like, you literally, you can't see something and some shit's happening, right? Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. The normal person be scared. I love it, but hey,
I love
you know,
scary.
the normal person be like, oh my fucking God, what is this? Like,
Yeah.
what is going on? So
Well-
yeah, it is scary, but I do want to harp on that. You have to be strong.
Right. And I think as far as the fear, that's normal. But I mean, really trying not to embrace that. Again, Cody said it's easier said than done, but it goes back to persistency. You can't, okay, maybe feel weak, but then you pull yourself back up and go, no, I got control of this. You don't. And again, reaching out to friends. I did something on my Instagram, and it was like strength. And you know, when you find your strength, it could be within, or you go to a loved one, and that person may encourage you to be strong, right?
And find your faith. You know, whatever faith you have, whatever the hell it is. If you worship fucking skull heads or something, you know, whatever it is, you have to hold on to that. You have to hold on to something to.
Do you mean this skull head?
Sean's holding a skull head to my face right now.
I'm
No.
petting it.
No, but you have to have faith in order to have your strength. You know
want me to
that.
start singing some George
Do
Michael
it.
stuff?
You know, can you just
Gotta have
go?
faith,
Stop
faith.
it. Stop it. Can you just go into a song and dance? You know,
A baby.
just start singing Hallelujah. Okay, no.
Oh, no, let's not go there. I don't want to get that crazy. No, and you know, because I think this last private case was a little different.
It was.
It was a different experience. But
How-
again, going back to awareness, like we were aware that we were dealing with something.
How did you feel during the clearing?
I felt like something was not happy about what we were doing.
Because I was in a mode. Like, I got into a certain mindset. I definitely, and this is, I actually wanted to tell you this. I brought in shielding again. And that's what I learned in the very beginning. And then we switched to white light. But I did bring in shielding, and I don't necessarily know why I did. But I brought it in, and it felt right at the time, right? So
awesome.
So I went with it, but it was definitely a different cleansing, if you will. I don't know if you felt different as well doing
Absolutely.
it, but
I felt like all of it was different. It seems like every time we do a clearing, it is different, right? It's whatever is meant to come in. And again, what we're dealing with, I think, again, we're dealing with things that could be different from different places, right?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, and because we used sage and Palo Santo.
Right.
Yeah, you went in with Palo Santo, I went in with the sage, and we don't normally do that.
Right,
We
right.
normally either use sage or Palo Santo, so I thought that was pretty unique as well.
And I think there was different healing aspects as well. There was some native that went in, and obviously the angels, Metatron.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, Metatron came in, right? That's crazy.
Yeah, like again, it never. Yeah,
Well-
it does amaze me every time that it becomes so different than all the other ones.
And I think that kind of confirms the interdimensional, right? When Metatron comes in, because that's pretty much what he's all about,
Right.
you know?
Multidimensional.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I wish, I'm glad we're talking about it because I know there was a lot of like spiritual confusion, like
Yeah.
why am I feeling this way?
Absolutely.
But it was so clear when I was feeling that way. I was like, it's whatever was in that house is still trying to fuck with me.
Yeah.
Right, and I don't know if maybe I'm starting to grow more into my spiritualism, but there's things messing around with the lights and stuff now. Every time I'm in a location, there's lights that are dimming. and
Bring
turning
on the light.
off. Hey,
Whoa,
that wasn't too
did
bad.
that sound good or
Yeah,
what?
that
You know what I'm
wasn't bad.
saying?
That wasn't bad.
Should we just stop the podcasting and just go
Just
straight to
start singing?
singing?
Why
Just fucking
not?
belch it out.
Nice. I write the songs.
Anyway, back in the no, yeah, I agree. It was definitely a different cleansing. It was good. It was good stuff. My parents are feeling a lot better. It feels way better inside the house. Very light, and it's just calm.
So I wanted to ask you, Cody. So obviously we've done an investigation at your dad's work. Now, is there a connection between your dad's work and their home?
Sure, it's him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I 100% believe it's my dad.
Yeah, he's attracting stuff for sure.
Yeah. I believe it's his energy. He's very high strung. He has abilities, but he will never, ever, ever in this lifetime admit that, or maybe he might.
Yeah, I think he already does because he wants me to give him a reading and like
He's like has this strong, attitude or aura, or he puts up a front. It's a facade.
Yeah,
Definitely
he's a big
facade.
bear.
Yeah.
He's a big.
He definitely gets
teddy
butthurt
bear.
a lot. Too much info. Anyway, so
He better hope he's not listening.
I know, right?
Stop being a little bitch.
So Sean, guess what's happening in 2 days? 2 days time.
I don't know. Please tell me.
Pasadena Playhouse.
Wow.
Man, bro, I can't tell you how excited I am for you to check this place out, and for us to check it out together.
I'm excited because, again, if you guys don't recall, one of our first, maybe it was our first episode, right? What was our most
Prominent?
first prominent, or our first or most prominent, right?
Right.
Yours was that location, right?
That location was the first place I ever went to with a group. Had no idea what the hell I was doing. That's when I first started to feel energy, and I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
It's crazy.
I was like, what the hell is this? Why are my hands buzzing? I need to get out.
What's funny is right after that investigation that night, you're like, dude,
You need to do this.
you need to do this. So
Yeah,
I'm excited. I can't wait, bro.
And you know what's great? There's only going to be 5 of us there.
So
So
awesome.
last time there was like 30, which is way too much, right? I like the smaller. I like because it's more intimate and it's more. You just get a lot more. There's no more there's no outside interference or anything like that.
I'm excited because, again, just feeling the area, I want to say, again, backstage, like more under, like there's all kinds of stuff going on there. And people in the seats, like I keep feeling like there's a lot of people that are going to be in the seats and stage.
it's gonna be an experience for sure. I think we're gonna catch a lot of shit.
I can hardly wait. Are we doing DVR?
I don't know because they have their own camera system, so I don't know if that'll interfere. But we can ask them
Yeah.
and see what they say. We're gonna be there for like 6 hours, uninterrupted. So
Fantastic.
Not-
Maybe we don't do that. Maybe we just do
yeah, we'll just go
backup
in.
batteries and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, like we always do. We'll
Yeah.
we'll handle it.
Yeah. I can't
Um,
wait. Yeah, we've got backup batteries, and we got backup batteries for the backup batteries.
Can you say that 3 times faster?
No, I don't want to try.
Come on, try it.
Nope, I'm not gonna do it.
No, but we'll be there for or between 9 p.m. and 3:30 a.m.,
That's so awesome.
which is right into witching hour. So that's gonna be great.
I'm excited. So Nick will be there, and then we'll have some people from Para, right?
Absolutely. So it's gonna be fun. I'm trying to think. Calico's coming up as well.
Nice.
I'm not sure if that's gonna be in December or January. I don't know. What do you think?
Probably more in January. I'm
I
thinking,
agree.
like, I know I'm all about taking some time off at work. So the days you were off, because you're off during the week now, right?
Yes. Yeah. They
So-
switched me. I'm all over the place.
So, I mean, if you decide maybe to take an extra day during the week off,
Can I take a couple extra
yeah,
days? Or...
absolutely. Because I'm all about taking time off, because it is freaking crazy at work right now. So I'm sure if I request time off, I can go do that.
Yeah, and absolutely. And we didn't even get a chance to talk about this, but I put it up on our Instagram. The Daggett Cemetery.
That was pretty awesome.
What'd you think about that picture?
That was amazing. Man, there's a lot of like.
There's over 300 unmarked graves there.
Wow.
And also, I got insight because I'm cool like that.
I can't imagine how
I-
you got insight.
You know, I know people. That's all I'm saying. But apparently, all the old Calico miners were buried there.
Mm.
So that kind of coincides with Calico. So
Wow.
yeah, which I thought was kind of interesting.
So what you're saying is we're going to go ahead and investigate that place as well? Or?
Absolutely. Yeah, both of them. You know, I did do a little EVP session with my phone, too. I didn't get anything, but still, it's fun to do.
Of course you did.
You know, I'm all working and go send at the same time.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
how the hell do you go to a location and not do that? Come on.
I mean, it's only natural.
Yeah, it's what we do. It's
Funny. People
what
are
we do.
like, what is this guy doing? Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'm arresting this thing. Oh, there's nothing there. As far as you know. No, it's been it's really exciting. I'm excited about that. We've got a lot of cool things happening. We're meeting cool people. We're interviewing
We're
a lot of
having
neat people.
fun.
Yeah, it's so fun. And you know, anybody that's doing this, you know, find the fun in it, because that's what it's about. I encourage people, again, do it the right way. Don't go out there and just, you know, cause riffraff. You're dealing with humans that have passed away.
Yeah, show compassion.
Yeah.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah,
and
respect.
have fun.
Don't be a dick.
You like that? Was that too blunt?
No, I liked it. I liked it.
Well,
yeah,
hey,
I mean,
guys,
respectful, right?
No, yeah, absolutely. Be respectful and just go back to just be human.
Yeah,
You
because
know?
that's what you're normally 9 out of 10 times is what you're dealing with.
Right.
So
Well, hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you liked our little talk about our cleansing that we did. Sean and I really like doing cleansing. I think that's where we kind of shine the most.
yeah,
Would you agree?
feel most at service is doing that, right?
And it's all about helping people.
yeah. Bottom line is that's what we're here for, is to help, right?
Absolutely. So hey, you guys know what I'm going to say. Go to our fucking website, thenewreality11.com, and check it out.
Do it now.
Follow, share, like.
Giggity, giggity. All right.
Bye.
Bye.